Yeah, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Right. Public, please hold comments until I open the agenda items for public comment. When addressing the board, state your full name, both in person and on Zoom. It is suggested that you enter your full name as your ID on Zoom. Executive session. I'll take a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? All right. Minutes.
You have to move to come back in?
We moved to camp. We did. Yeah. Okay, I will accept a motion to approve the minutes from December 16, 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
I'm abstaining.
Appointments, recognitions, and resignations. Confirm appointment of Evan Sweeney as deputy clerk effective January 15, 2025 at the 6-month probationary rate of $27.74 per hour.
Move confirmation.
Second.
All in favor? Request appointment of Alan Kimmerly to the Board of Assessment Review.
Move appointment. Second.
All in favor? Request appointment of Shoshona Smith to the Comprehensive Planning Committee.
Move appointment. Second.
All in favor? Acknowledge recertification of Elizabeth Yao as tax collector by the Maine Municipal Tax Collectors and Treasurers Association.
Move acknowledgement.
Second.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yes.
All in favor? Consent agenda. Thank you note from Jen and Don Brand.
Move acceptance of the consent agenda as presented. Second.
All in favor? Any select board reports? Any unfinished business? None presented. New business, request authorization to pay Darlings $39,170 and trade the Harbor Committee's 2016 Ford F-150 for a 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 pickup from the Northeast Harbor Work Truck Reserve CIP 6410100-24683 with a balance of $37,868.18 and $1,302 from equipment line 6010100-57100.
I'll move authorization.
Second.
All in favor?
We have some discussion, please.
Yes.
John, you're on, right?
Yes,
Okay. It didn't indicate a trade-in value for the Ford F-150. Are we trading it into the dealership?
we are. It's 7,000 and change that they're giving us for the truck. And our mechanics have said that they would not put another sticker on it when it comes due in another month or so. So it's been nickel and diming us pretty hard since the January 10th saltwater bath that it took.
Right. So I guess if we're getting that money from the trade-in, I'm curious why we need to take another $1,302 from the equipment line to make up the difference.
Because what I have in the CIP line plus the trade-in, I am that amount short on being able to fulfill the purchase.
I thought the purchase was for $39,170.
That is the price after the trade-in.
Oh, okay, all right.
And if you could, in your motion, grant me permission to sign the necessary paperwork to fulfill the purchase, that would be great.
I would amend my motion to include authorizing Harbor Master Lemoyne to execute all documents
Second.
Second.
Good. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Rick, and the rest of you. Thank you.
Proposal of processing fees increasing to $20 per application, business licenses, liquor licenses, catering, special events, family burial, recordings, public space, village, whatever that is. Okay. Yeah, increase processing fees to by $20 per application,
$20.
to $20 per.
Yeah, I move for approval. Second.
Good. All in favor?
What, sorry, what is
Oh.
the fee now? Just,
10.
It's 10.
okay. And
Yeah.
it hasn't been changed in
It
over
hasn't
10
been
years.
changed. Some of them haven't been changed like in like 40 or 50 years.
And could I also ask again, I know I brought this up before, but there are times when somebody applies for use of a park or the village green for a single day and they pay the application fee, but when you apply for 12 weekends in a row, you still pay the same $10. Is that?
That is correct. So unless you guys want to amend your policy.
Okay, well, that'd be a different discussion. I would, but not today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Good point, though.
Thank you.
And on that note, you will be having one coming up at the next
Oh,
meeting. And I'm sure they're only paying the $10.
yeah.
I haven't received payment yet.
What is the date that this would? Like July, they go up $20 after today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if they submitted something before today, then.
Okay,
All right, all in favor?
thank you. Thanks for bringing that up.
Consider releasing an amount not to exceed $9,720 from the fire equipment engine reserve account 4040300-24471 to use for repairs to the fire department's ladder truck.
Move approval of releasing those funds.
Second.
Good, any discussion? All in favor? Consideration to approve an ambulance service agreement with Southwest Harbor Tremont Ambulance Service. And if approved, authorize the fire chief to sign said agreement on behalf of the town.
Move approval.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is kind of a mutual aid
Not
sort of
exactly.
arrangement.
No.
We do have a separate mutual aid agreement.
Yeah.
This basically is, when they request a paramedic, we send a paramedic over for non-transport service, in other words, we send
Gotcha.
paramedic over to them.
Yep.
We bill that for that paramedic intercept. They in turn would like to bill Medicare for reimbursement, and in order to do that, we have to have this agreement between. the two
Gotcha.
services that allow them to
Okay.
bill Medicare.
Good,
Thank you.
Yeah. all right, all in favor? Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Review of the fiscal year 2026 budgets, public safety.
Public room meeting.
There's some big ones right here if you guys want one.
Came in your budget back this thing.
Yeah. But, there you go.
Yeah, there I go.
Could you explain who's in the pipeline for our academy, our police academy?
So right now we have, there's nobody going from Mount Desert, Lucas Keene. His son is actually the next one going and being prepared.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
and is that entire amount?
So that's, the budgeted amount, we have an open position in Mount Desert right now,
Yeah.
full position, so that would cover the amount for somebody that actually attended adding back the line.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Cool. Yep.
I have a question about the, I guess it's line 104 with the Bar Harbor Contracted Services. What's the significant shift there?
So if you go back to the top where it had Lieutenant Sergeant line. We just shifted that money down. Into the contracted services, so we did our promotion process. We had 6 people applied, 1 was from Mount Desert, 5 were Bar Harbor employees. 2 of our
Okay.
harbor employees got selected for the sergeant position, so that's mutual aid. And then Kevin Edgecombe took a different position within the agency after 10 years of practicing, so we
Okay.
just shifted that money. There's no real difference besides it's just in a different line.
Thank you. That makes perfect sense.
Dave, how did you get a drop in contributions to Maine Pers?
You'll have to ask Durham.
Well, some of it, yes, because the 2 positions, sergeant and lieutenant, went over to contracted services.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
So,
Must be some happy people that the windfall provision was passed.
I know,
Actually, we know people, but we submit to social security as well as pension plans,
Right.
so we weren't as penalized as a lot of people were until this.
But anybody that, anyway, who worked before, if you had a
Correct.
second career or whatnot, yeah. It's big news in the teaching field.
I bet.
Very big.
Your budget actually went down by 2,
Yeah. I see that.
0.8%.
Yeah, it's good.
good job.
Can't say that we'll have it every year.
You have the guys producing their brass.
So, Mike, could you fill me in on fire captain line, 168?
So right now, we have 4 shifts. So we have 4 duty officers.
Okay,
2 are at the rank of lieutenant and 2 are at the rank of captain, which are different pay with, wage rates.
Yeah.
They've been at that level for 2 years. They're pretty much doing the same job. So, I'm proposing bringing the 2 lieutenants up to captains, so all the duty officers are at the same rank and the same, pay scale.
Okay.
So that's why you see a drop in the lieutenant.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. All right.
I can comment on the assistant fire chief if you questions on that.
Sure.
Right now, it's kind of a placeholder, but this is not a new position, so we're not increasing staff. But, I wanted to try to start to make steps to have somebody to be in the department that can actually run the department, in my absence and extended absence, maybe 3 weeks, maybe even longer. Or in the event of my department, to come in and make sure we are constantly with operations. Right now, it's very difficult because the ranking officers that are able to do that are doing shift work.
mhm,
They put 40 hours on, they put 30 hours off, and so on and so forth. I would have to pull one of those duty officers off of his shift to come in and work for me if I'm gone for 5 days or 10 days, which is very difficult because they couldn't work shift works, and then I have to backfill that duty officer, so it just complicates things, increases the overtime line. So I thought this year was a good year to start taking steps to make sure that we have somebody that can run the department in my absence. We do have a DC, department, deputy chief for Bar Harbor, but that's a contracted service, we're on contract with them for 40–60% of their only here for 2 days a week. I did talk to Chief Bartlett about this a few days ago. That's why I'm saying placeholder right now, because there may be the option of increasing the hours for the deputy chief, but we're not fully getting into the coach days. So I just want to get this in, just have it there, so looking down the road for the future, there's somebody that could run this department.
Okay.
So again, it's not a new position, but it most likely will be somebody within the department will be promoted up to that assistant chief.
So in the FY 2026 department request, on that line, you have $105,000. Is that just going to be appropriated and sit there until you decide to promote, or why is it there? I guess, I can understand the placeholder
Yeah,
idea.
if to fill that position in the next fiscal year.
Okay.
As I said, there's some negotiations with Barb, so for the next several weeks, we'll keep this ironed out. So there is a chance I may pull that out or maybe reduce it. It's not gonna be. But I want to get in now, so you guys have a chance to look at it.
Yep, I get it. Thank you.
Sure.
Just wanted to hear it voiced that, yeah, it becomes a reality here pretty soon.
Well, and then, I mean, like, if I'm hearing you correctly, the likelihood is high that the person that gets that position would be somebody that would then vacate a position we'd have to fill at a lower pay rate. You would, like, if you're promoting from within, right? So, yeah. No, it's like if somebody that's gonna take on that $105,000, whatever, the assistant chief position, that would probably come from the ranks that you already have working for you, so you'd end up, you need a. Anyway, never mind,
Well, no, because that would not, the position would not be a 40-hour week position.
okay,
So in other words, we would promote somebody in the department right now to assistant chief. They would continue to work shift work, they would continue to be a duty officer. But in the event I plan to take a week off or 2 weeks off, then they would come off shift, come in and mirror my hours there. Then I would have to backfill their
all right,
working position, but that would be like a 24-hour.
Okay.
Shift back.
yeah, all right,
So you maintain your command presence in your absence.
Yes.
yeah, okay.
And is it likely your overtime continues to go down as you fill full-time positions?
It may, I mean, we're struggling right now with the overtime costs, and obviously we have one position still open, it's been open for 3 years. But as we move along and people start getting years in service, we have vacations we have to fill, sick, all that stuff, and our crew is at a minimum. I mean, we have to go for shift, we don't have, you know, a lot of people who can problem, to fill in for sick or anything like that, so it's really overtime. We don't, you know, it's unique in shift work because our whole crew doesn't show up for a day, so if one or two are out, they can't ask somebody else to fill in for the group. You have to actually have somebody come in off of the shifts. So the overtime, I mean, it's hopeful we can go down, but this year we're getting hit hard again. This is last year.
Do you think it's more feasible to bring that up?
The overtime. I did have it up a little bit this year, but I was asked to reduce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Percentage?
Town budget.
Okay,
Fair enough.
You just explain what we contract for EMS services. That's 281. What's that number mean?
Oh, that's what, of course, I think all of that is what we pay by Harvard for EMS bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do our all.
All in all, I'd say good job
Yeah,
to both of you.
The other thing, so I just want to make a note, is the stipends, I think it's important too, but we just had somebody, go to paramedic school this year. This is intense, it's like a year long training, it's around 18 and 2,000 hours, to get the paramedic license, so, I'm proposing this year to double the stipends for paramedics, We give out 77 cents per hour stipend for each higher level of EMS licensing.
Mhm.
But when you get to that paramedic level, you put in a year, almost a year and a half worth of training and clinicals and stuff like that, so I think it's worth doubling the stipend for those paramedics. If we train them, we wanna keep them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Yep, yep, yep.
The other big jump, I'm sorry, the other big jump is medical testing. Proposing to offer cancer screening for all firefighters, all our full-time firefighters. This was done in Trenton this past year, and I believe it's being done in Bangor. It's being done around the state quite a bit now for the fire service. And I think people recognize that the firefighters, the fire service has a higher rate of cancer than most general population, so we're just trying to get a grip on this, offer this service to our employees. I know it was well accepted in Trenton and other areas in the state, and I think it's, time that we take care of our people and try to look out for them. It also will give them the ability to have a baseline. So if something should happen later on and they should put a claim in for presumption, that helps them with their case, trying to put that claim through as well.
So what kind of cancer?
There's several of them. I don't have a list that they tested, but there's, I can get that for you. There's several cancers that they tested from the screening.
Okay, lung, they do X-ray for lung.
Don't know if lung cancer is included in that. I don't remember seeing it. Typically well protected respiratory.
Sounds like we need to be the.
But I have that information. I can get that for you. There is a list of the most popular cancers.
Most popular.
Higher cancers.
It's not lovely.
Right. High rate cancers.
No, that's totally, totally
There
good.
was something in the uniforms that was, or the protective equipment that was causing some cancer that they phased out. There was an article about it recently in the
Yeah,
paper.
they have been using what they call it PFAS.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some of the units, it's a fire retardant.
Yeah, and the foam
Yeah,
too.
so
yeah,
it's-
the-
Yeah, they're slowly getting away from that. Now, there are some gear manufacturers that still use it in their gear.
Mhm.
It's clearly labeled now, it's
Yeah.
right there in front of you, but they are slowly moving away from that.
Yeah.
But most of it's the toxic gases and stuff that we face in the
Right.
fires.
Right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Well,
we don't need to do anything with that, right? We just
No.
reviewed it.
Just reviewing it, yeah. Okay, thanks, Mike, thanks, Dave.
yes, thank you.
Other business. Oh, we didn't have the brief period for public comment.
Oh, no.
Okay, anybody want to comment on anything related to the agenda? Or not?
Everybody stares at Katrina.
No,
She's the only public.
yeah,
You would have known already.
yeah, I figured,
It's my template.
All right, no other business, treasurer's warrants. Approval and signature town invoice AB 2545 in the amount of $160,821.11.
Move approval and signature.
Second.
Good, all in favor? Approval and signature, state fees and payroll benefits, AP 2541, AP 2543, AP 2544, town payroll, PR 2513, and PR 2514, in the amount of $470,849.47.
Move signature.
Second.
All in favor?
One abstention.
One abstention. Acknowledgement, school invoices, school payroll, PR 13, PR 14, and voided disbursement, AP 2542, for a net total of $303,852.68.
Move acknowledgement. Second.
All in favor? Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Dorothy.